Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for July 1st through the 7th, 2018. So let's take a moment to breathe deeply and to just allow anything that is on your mind at this time to just fall away and just focus in centering your attention in your heart chakra. And as you allow yourself to be focused and to feel the powerful light of energy that is emanating from within the center of your soul. And you may see this light as a tiny spark, and just allow yourself to go deep within. And as you go deeper and deeper within, with each breath, relaxing your muscles in your body, you see this light begin to grow and expand as you go, allow yourself to just go deeper and deeper into this beautiful center within your inner being. And then feel that light and allow it to expand throughout your entire body. And feel it activating the cells of your body throughout, bringing warmth and radiating so much love and power and strength. And allow it to nurture you, to nurture your soul, to nurture your anything that has been on your mind, any worries. Just allow it to heal and soothe and create like a healing balm. And anything that you want to sort of cast into this light to be transmuted and to be made whole again, do that now. Let go of all of your suffering and any pain, as though you are just starting a clean new slate. And you're going to trust in God and the universe and your angels to help you with whatever it is that you need. And your only focus in this moment is to connect with your true alignment. And then just allow your attention to go to your Earth Star chakra, which is below your feet, to get really grounded and see it expand, this silver ball of light. And just feel yourself and your spirit really grounding into the earth. And we call upon your angels, and particularly we call upon the angels of abundance to surround you in a light of protection and beauty and joy and prosperity. And so as we open our hearts and tune into the songs of universal love and well-being, and let's listen to the messages that the angels are bringing to your soul and to your heart right now for this week, for July 1st through the 7th, 2019. And so there's a sense, the word I'm seeing is sort of lease, and it gives me a sense of a sort of a new lease on life. So there is a shift in your perspective. Some of you are sort of they're showing me sort of a cocoon stage, where something is developing. You're going through a sort of a shift, a transformation. And this may feel as though you're in a holding pattern, but know that there really is no true holding pattern. What's going on is that you need time to sort of align and to listen and follow. And they wrote out the word follow specifically, that you need time to listen in order to follow your heart. But there isn't really a holding period, but rather a period for listening, for alignment, really being aware of your authentic desires at this moment. And sometimes we can just get caught up in all of the agendas and the to-do lists, and our heart is sort of giving us a signal that's sort of contrary to all of that. And it can be a little unsettling when you feel as though you need to stop, you need to do something, but you can't stop yourself because you're on this sort of routine. You're just so used to being driven by your agendas and by your schedules that you really don't know, when the right moment is presenting itself to you, to give you permission to sort of say, no, enough with the agenda, enough with the schedule. And we're not saying ignore your obligations, but to make room, to make time and space for your spiritual agendas, your spiritual purpose, time to reflect and to tune in to who you truly are. And sometimes you think you don't have enough time to do that. And you really have to, if you get to that point, if you're saying that to yourself, then you're going too far. Let's just say it like it is. You're going too far. Because to not set this up for yourself and then just keep going to the point of exhaustion and any other kind of things, detriments to your health, it doesn't give you the full experience that you could of success that you could truly enjoy within each operation that you're fulfilling, or each aspect of your schedule or projects that you're working on. It's like you're missing out when you're not in tune with yourself, when you don't bring who you truly are to each engagement. Then you cheat yourself, so to speak. So take that time to align with your true purpose, to align with passion, to align with creativity. Don't just do things, carry out these schedules and these obligations, and you're bucking against the tide. And what this creates is a sort of an energy of resistance, which will feel like regret, or where you feel like, this is for lack of a better word, where you feel like you're being cheated, or you feel like you're under a lot of pressure, or that you're dealing with oppression in some form or way, sort of that you're a slave to your salary. These kinds of feelings, this is not where our soul gains support is the word I'm seeing. And by aligning with yourself and coming from that spiritual agenda, no matter what the obligations are, but at the core of every action that you must perform is this spiritual agenda, well, then you feel as though your life has support, that there is a support of generosity, there's support of aim, there is support of purpose, passion, joy, pleasure. And this makes you truly feel invincible when you have these spiritual elements incorporated into every idea that you pursue. So this is really important, that you don't just go without being present with your authentic self and bringing that authenticity through every agenda, every schedule, every task that you have to perform. And so, all right, so there, I don't know, there's just sort of a summer shoe here. So, you know, this at this point too, you should be relaxing a little bit and making sure that you add more pleasure, more enjoyment in whatever it is that you have to do, and try to adjust your schedule, relax your schedule a little bit, put in some extra free time to do those things that you've wanted to do, that fulfill you. You know, if it's a hobby, if it's a project, a really fun project, or a really creative project that you've just been wanting to do, this is the time, you know, to do that. And so don't let anything sort of get in your way, because this is a spiritual practice when the things that your soul truly desires and wants to experience and wishes to express, and when you give yourself permission, when you carve out that time, this is when you really support yourself, and it sort of balances out those moments when you feel like you have that you have a lot of things that you just have to do, and that you may not always enjoy doing. And that's just going to be, you know, in our lives, that there's going to be things that we just don't enjoy doing, and that we feel like we had to do them, you know. So, but if you can, when you have an opportunity, especially in these months, the summer months, where there's a little bit more, you know, you're thinking about vacations, or you're thinking about yourself, and so this is going to draw you, this time of the year is going to draw you into that energy of really fulfilling your soul purpose, you know, and meaning taking time out for yourself, doing some of the things that you enjoy. Okay, so let's take a look at the card for the theme of the week. And I want to thank everybody, first of all, for all of your prayers. I have more to tell you. After the viral infection, which I found out which is what it was, I then tripped at the dress rehearsal and basically broke my ankle and some part of one of my the bones in my foot, but it was clean, and I don't need a cast, but you know, I have sort of a support air bubble kind of cast, and it was just really bizarre. And so Tyne Daly happened to be at the performance, and I think her daughter was working in some of as part of the setup crew, or Anyway, I won't go into much more detail about that. But the point is, she walked up to me and she pointed right to my third eye and she went, "Young man, that's fear of success." So because I've never really had any of these events happen at one time. So it's very interesting. And it went well, and so I thank you for that, and thank you for, I'm sure, the healing that people will start to send to help me with my recovery for my ankle. But so we shall see how this all unfolds, and I will try to begin the daily card messages this week, although I'm gonna need probably I'll start in the middle of the week because I just need some time to rest. Yesterday was the last performance and didn't get back until really late last night. So kind of managing to stand here to do this, and so I just need a few more days to just prop up my feet and do nothing, and then I'll return with the daily card messages. So let's see what the message is from our archangels for this week. Archangel Sandalphon, gentleness. Okay, so there's that energy again of just, taking. So the whole idea here is to just be good to yourself, be kind to yourself. Remember to take care of you. Remember to not let yourself get sort of just drawn into a lot of extra drama. Don't take on a lot of extra responsibilities. Don't add more to your schedule right now. If anything, sort of, if you can, where you can, alleviate areas in your schedule to make more room, and they're really writing this word out, for you to enjoy yourself. Okay? So they really want you to enjoy yourself. They saw the word deep, as in some kind of deep reflection, or to just be able to go deep within yourself, or to go deep into something that you've been wanting to do or to enjoy. They're saying that you really just need to take it easy in this week. Okay? Take it easy in terms of, I saw the word expressing yourself. I wonder what that means. It feels like you may have all the stuff that you feel like you need to just get off your chest, and you need to handle this, and you need to talk to this person, and they're saying just go easy with this. All right, this may or may not be the right time, but you will know. Okay, so if there's something that you felt like you really wanted to just sort of handle right away, be discerning if this is the right time. All right, the message says, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So for me, when this card comes up, it really gives me sort of a sense that I need to pay attention. I need to be extra aware in this week of what's going on around me. And so that's why you kind of need to be really, grounding or meditating, setting that up so that you go through the day, that you get a sense of that gentleness starting within yourself. And then when you notice that where it is not in a perfect match, and nothing really is, but a similar match to your own vibration that you've cultivated, that you may want to steer clear of that. There's something that you need to be discerning about, steering clear of that energy that's a little bit harsher. And it's not that we are afraid and that we are going to crumble and that these things are going to make us turn us. It's not about that. But it's just that you may be going through, as we were talking about at the beginning, you're going through your own sort of shift. And in that cocoon-like stage, this is a time for you to pay attention to yourself, for you to be, you're going through sort of they were writing the word form, sort of a formation of some sort, spiritual formation. And this is a really crucial time for you in that development, and your attention just really needs to be within yourself and what's unfolding for you, the aha moments that may occur for you, and the sort of the realizations, and I think just sort of a clarity of your own spiritual agenda may be coming through, and your purpose, and how the way you could go about doing the tasks that are sort of placed before you. All right, so let's take a look at the angel heart messages for the week. All right, and we got the Three of Emotion, which would be the Three of Cups. And so this is a card about, celebrations and, enjoyment, pleasure with the people we love, our loved ones, friends, that kind of thing. And so this is, the card says, wonderful news is on its way. Announcements regarding engagements, pregnancies, births, or graduations will be revealed. New friends will be made, or communities of like-minded people will draw closer to one another. Exciting new beginnings or happy endings are just around the corner. So this is a very positive card. This is a card of things going with the flow, especially when you have three. There's this activity, something has come together, something has created, this is definitely, the idea of the birth is either literal or metaphorical, in the sense that, out of some kind of choice, that a decision, you had a choice in two, and now the fruition of that choice is revealing itself. So, there's a sense of harmony about this card, and things working together and coming together and flowing together. So just keep yourself in that flow, enjoy the flow, and that's sort of that's available to you, and the opportunities that flow through that. So you just really want to pay attention to how things are flowing and the opportunities that are evolving out of that. Okay, and now we have the helper of abundance, which would be the knight. So this card, and he's got all of these clovers. See, this looks like a leprechaun with lots of clovers. So this is then again bringing about this opportunity for abundance and projects that you may want to work on. And this is about, setting up or starting a project and diving into a project, and that you've been putting off, and that you now want to make some time, and that this is maybe a project, because this knight or this helper is someone who likes those long range projects. He likes a project where he can just really build and get in there and follow the plan, or set up a plan and then execute it, and see it through. It doesn't matter how long it takes. He enjoys the process, this particular night, and he especially loves succeeding in what he does. And so he's definitely going to choose, as a Pentacles or Knight of Abundance, he's going to choose a project that is wise to invest in, and that is going to yield great revenue, or some kind of great outcome, successful outcome. So he's meticulous in how he plans. He's got a good eye for details, and also for good investments. So this is something that that you're choosing, that you see a really strong opportunity, and you have been thinking about this opportunity and this project, and that this would maybe be something life-changing, that this would set you up. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's a job, or it's a project that will bring you more job opportunities, or something of this nature. But this is the time for you where there's the energy, the emotional support is there for you in this project, and you feel it, so you're going for it. He's just looking forward, and he's feeling very lucky about this project. And you're either going to set up all the, either you've done this, whether you set up all your plans, you've thought it through, or this is what you're going to start doing in order to get ready and organized for this project. But either way, this is the time to make choices. To make those choices, this is the time to start planning it, or beginning that plan, or that opportunity. And again, this is why you need to be gentle with yourself, because sometimes we can be harsh. So maybe there is a critical, and that gets in our way and just causes us to, delay and procrastinate and not get started on this thing. And then we find some obligation or responsibility. Oh, no, I have to do that. And then you can't do it. And then, you're back at square one again. So just don't let yourself get caught up in a trap like that. Okay. All right. Now we have the messenger of abundance, which would be the page. So we should expect some kind of news. Maybe you're going to hear from a job that you've been applying to, or that you're going to hear that you're going to get some kind of maybe funding for a project, or that you're going to get some kind of support, or you're going to get a green light. Maybe you've been waiting for somebody just to give you the green light to go ahead and to proceed with the project, or that something has been approved for you. So this is just what's coming to me right now about these two cards being here in this position, and then with this card about good news. So some kind of good news is coming. If you have applied for, let's say, a loan, or that you wait to hear about a house that you were wanting to buy, and the negotiations, you were in the process of those negotiations, and maybe you're going to get some good news about that. All right. So there's just a lot of things that this could be about, as the Pentacles or abundance is about work, or family, or home, money, that kind of thing. So something in these areas could be about your health as well, getting some good news about your health. All right, so let me just tune in and see if there's anything else just coming up. I'm just seeing a window of opportunity. When I see windows, that means that there's an opportunity coming up. I'm seeing the word book. So if someone has been waiting, if you've been thinking about writing a book, or you've been waiting to hear about if your book proposal has been accepted or not, or if that you should, if you've written it and you should send it out, that would be kind of confirmation about that. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the card I already pulled from the bottom of the deck. And we have the helper of emotion. So we have like two knights here. Which is that feeling of, being very passionate about a purpose. And, this card in particular, the helper of emotion, or the Knight of Cups, might suggests that you are very passionate right now. You're feeling very passionate overall about, your life, and something has, it could be a new romance. There's this idea that this particular night has a romance, not only just with people, but with life itself. And anything can cause you to feel romantic, if you know what I mean by that. Like just when we have a romantic sort of feeling about someone, or we feel like we've met someone and they just, and we feel like there's a spark there, it just makes your whole life feel as though everything is possible. You feel, really strong. You feel really powerful and successful. It's amazing how that works. And sometimes it could be that, after performing this week, it was sort of a romance with life, just getting the positive, the wonderful feedback and things like that. You all of a sudden everything just turns the other way. And so something, whether it's a person or some event, causes you to sort of have this new romance with life. And so in this way, this is a very sensitive time for you, and messages sort of seem to flow very easily in times like this. So be aware, and also be gentle, so that you don't by being critical, and that's what I'm feeling like, that, don't obsess over something, because when you obsess about anything, this shifts your perspective into a negative zone. And there was another word I just saw that they wrote, but maybe it'll come back. And when you get in that place, then you become very harsh towards yourself. And this is not respecting you. This is not being respectful to you. And you sort of kill your joy, you sort of kill your romance when you start being overly critical, or you're pushing yourself and creating stress where it's not needed. So I'm getting that don't worry so much about people around you. We need to worry a lot more about ourselves, our own ego. We're the ones who can do the most harm to ourselves. And so sort of back off as much as you can. Pay attention to when you're letting yourself obsess about something. And that could kill the romance that the happiness that you're experiencing, because of the opportunities or feedback that you get that come up for you. So allow yourself to enjoy, stay present with the good things that are unfolding. The green light, or if you get an approval, if you get a good news about something, don't kill. Don't be a buzzkill. Don't kill your own joy. It's not that these things don't happen often enough. We don't notice them enough. That's what the problem is. We don't notice them enough, because we're giving our attention to our criticism and the things that we obsess over that aren't the way they need to be. And I'm just as guilty of this, but we need to really enjoy. So if there's something, in this week, if something happened last week and, it was wonderful, don't rush into, now I need to be doing this, or capitalize on this, or I'm going to lose this moment. That's what we're talking about, that kind of thing. Don't do that. Enjoy it. Go out and do some things. Hang around the people who gave you all the positive feedback, and let them tell you some more. Let them really share with you how you affected them, and how you changed something in their lives. Okay? But this is the time for you to be in that cocoon and let these ideas sort of marinate, and let the universe sort of speak to you in sort of this. I don't know if it's going to be conscious to everyone, but through these thoughts and feelings. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and thank you for joining me and this week, and thank you again for all of your prayers and your healing, and I really appreciated it, and I'm sure I'm going to appreciate whatever healing and enlightenment that you send towards me now. And if you're looking for an angel reading, feel free to contact me at theangelschool.com, which you can find on my services page, the angel readings there. There's a link below to that webpage, as well as the daily card messages, which I'll begin in about midweek, around Wednesday, and you'll be able to find the link below the video for that page as well, my Facebook page, and you can also join us through Twitter as well, and that link is below. So everyone, have a beautiful week, and God bless you all.